Thank you very much, Tom, and thank you all for being here today. I know it's an awfully chilly day, and I know you're all anxious to get moving down to Fountain Square. I think the walk alone will probably warm up a bit, but certainly is cold out here today. But I can't tell you how pleased I am to be here with so many pro-life folks, and I'm looking forward to seeing many of you up in Washington in a couple of days. I know that some of you will be getting on buses, especially some of the high school youth that's here today. It's one of the best parts of the job is coming up and seeing all the folks come up to Washington. Unfortunately, the reason that we're there is because we've not yet been successful in overturning Roe v. Wade, which is clearly our ultimate goal, to end abortion once and for all in this country, and we will prevail.
Amen.
There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that we will prevail, and it's certainly an honor to represent you again, once again in Congress. I did for 14 years, and prior to being in Congress, 5 years in this building here, fighting with the Cincinnati Health Board on the abortion issue over the years, and then down at the county commission for another 5 years, and then in Congress for 14. I was gone for 2, and my 100% right to life record was replaced with a record that was 33% for those 2 years from our representative. But that's changed, and much of that had to do with the hard work of many people here today, and for that I thank you. And you certainly have my commitment that I will continue to work just as we did the 8-year fight to ban partial birth abortion in this country. We will continue that fight. We've already started. One of my very first actions was to co-sponsor a bill to stop, to prohibit Title X funding, federal funding for abortions. That's in the opposite direction from what happened over the last 2 years when your representative voted to fund abortions with our tax dollars. I've already co-sponsored a bill to stop that.
All right. All right, Steve.
And I will certainly continue to do that. Just this last Wednesday, I voted to overturn the federal health care bill, which, as we all know, allows abortion. Now, we have a lot of work, obviously, in the Senate. We did pass it in the House overwhelmingly. It's going to be a tougher sell in the Senate, and of course, the President, we are afraid, would veto that if it got to his desk. But our plan B, is to not fund the implementation of that bill to try to stop this, because there's no way our tax dollars should be going towards abortions. And this day is particularly near and dear to my heart, because this happens to be the day I was born. This is my birthday. And it's obviously kind of a mixed blessing that my birthday coincides with Roe v. Wade. 38 years ago, that decision came out on January 22nd, the day I turned 20. The Roe v. Wade decision came out. 58 years ago, I was born, and I can't help but on my birthday every year think of all those babies that haven't been born because of Roe v. Wade, and the fact that they won't be able to celebrate their birthdays, and we clearly do have to change that. I'm certainly pleased that my mother chose life, and that should be the only decision, I believe, in this country. And let me conclude by saying, whereas we are making progress, there's no question about it, we are making progress in the pro-life movement, there are still things that we read on a weekly basis. 2 things that caught my attention this week. One was in Iowa. There was a decision by the medical board in Iowa that allows a completely new process where an abortionist on one end of the phone can be consulting via a video conference on a television computer set with a young woman who's considering having an abortion, and pushes a button and a drawer opens up, and abortion pills literally are in that drawer, and she takes them there, and then goes home and takes more in order to have an abortion. And Iowa, the medical board out there said that's just fine. Well, that's not fine. It's absolutely wrong, and we need to stop practices like that. Another story that caught my attention was this one in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia specifically. The headline was this abortion doctor and calling it a house of horrors. And it certainly was. And it's too graphic to discuss it here in public, but it was just horrendous what's happened. But the thing that struck me is every abortion institution in this country, Planned Parenthood or all the rest, they're all houses of horror.
Amen.
And we must stop
Amen.
them.
Amen, Steve. Woo! Yeah.
So let me just conclude by thanking all of you for being here today and sticking up, speaking out, marching, praying for those who are the most vulnerable and can't be here to defend themselves, those innocent unborn babies. God bless you all. God bless your families, and God bless the United States of America.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve. Now I want to hand the program over to Father Greenwell, who will spend a few minutes to bless the statue, pray the preliminary prayers, and we will then begin the procession.